I would like to welcome you to the Community College of Baltimore County, and I would like to welcome you to DCOM 101 Introduction to Data Communications. My name is Dan Whitaker, and I will be your instructor in this online course. In this course introduction, we will go over the purpose of the course, the topics that we will be covering, the format of the class, grading, and what you need to do to get started. Let's start out with the purpose of the class. The purpose of the class is to provide you with an overview of the principles, practices, and technologies of data communications and computer networking. The course is designed to prepare a student for a career as network technician, network administrator, or network engineer. Now, let's look at the topics that we will be covering in the class. If you go to the table of contents of our textbook, which is available at the bookstore, or you can buy it online, you will see we have 12 chapters to cover. Chapter 1 is Introduction to Networking. Chapter 2 is Network Hardware Essentials. In Chapter 3, we cover topologies and technologies. In Chapter 4, we go over network media, which really means cabling. Chapter 5 is network protocols, and Chapter 6 covers TCP/IP and IP addressing. Then we have the midterm. Then Chapter 7 covers network reference models and standards. In Chapter 8, we go over network hardware in depth. And Chapter 9 is network security, and that is a big deal these days. In Chapter 10, we cover wide area networks and cloud computing. Chapter 11, we go over operating systems and virtualization. In Chapter 12, we discuss server administration, storage, and file systems management. We have 12 chapters to cover, and since this is a summer class, we only have 6 weeks to cover those 12 chapters and take a midterm and a final and submit a project. So let's look at what our schedule is. Week number 1, you have 7 days to cover chapters 1, 2, and 3. And then the quizzes, all 3 quizzes are due Sunday night at midnight. And then week number 2, you have 7 days to cover chapters 4 and 5. And the quizzes for chapters 4 and 5 are due Sunday at midnight. And then week number 3, you have 5 days to cover chapter 6. And chapter 6 is a big chapter. And then the quiz for chapter 6 is due Friday at midnight. And then you can take the midterm either Saturday or Sunday. The midterm is taken online at home. Week number 4, 7 days to cover chapters 7 and 8. Quizzes are due midnight on Sunday. Week number 5, you have 5 days to cover chapters 9, 10, and 11, and those quizzes are due Sunday at midnight. And then the last week, chapter 6, the first 4 days, you cover chapter 12, and then the quiz is due Thursday by midnight. And then the final exam can be taken on Friday or on Saturday. Note, the final exam must be taken at a CCBC testing center, so please remember to make an appointment before exam week for the final exam. Now let's look at the format of the class. For each chapter, you have 4 things to do. 1, read the chapter in the textbook, which is available at the bookstore, or you can buy it online. Then, watch the videos of the instructor teaching the chapter. These videos are posted to YouTube, and the links are in this course. Then, perform the hands-on exercises. These are simple, easy exercises designed to reinforce the concepts. You do not need to submit these exercises to me, but you really should do them, because if you don't do them, then you will probably have a difficult time with the final project, which is based on the hands-on exercises. In other words, if you do the hands-on exercises, then you know exactly what's going to be on the project. And then the last thing you do for each chapter is you take the online quiz. These are multiple choice, they're open book, you can use Google. You get unlimited attempts on these quizzes, so I hope everyone will be getting 100s on these quizzes. So for each chapter, you got 4 things to do. Read the chapter, watch the videos, perform the hands-on exercises, but you don't submit them to me. Take the online quiz, which is graded, but for which you get unlimited attempts. Grading. Your grade is based on 4 criteria. The weekly quizzes altogether are 20% of your entire grade. The midterm, which is based on the weekly quiz questions, is 25% of the grade. It's taken online at home. The project is 20% of the grade. It's based upon the hands-on exercises. And the final exam is 35% of the grade. Note, the final exam must be taken at a CCBC testing center, so please remember to make an appointment the week before exam week. If anybody has any questions or any problems, please email me, or if you see any errors in the course, please let me know so I can fix them. In summary, the purpose of the class is to provide the student with an overview of the principles, practices, and technologies, data communications, and computer networking. For each chapter, you read the chapter in the textbook, watch the videos, do the hands-on exercises, and take the online quiz. The next thing you should do is to log on to Blackboard and introduce yourself to the class. Then buy the book, either at the bookstore or online, and then get started on Chapter 1. Once again, any problems or questions, please email me. And this concludes our course introduction. I hope you enjoyed the course. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.